That was a heck of a trip. What's this? Sure, I guess if you're willing to wait. Oh my goodness. I think that has to be up there. Has to be up there with one of the craziest trips I've ever done. That too. What can you do? What can you do? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I just did probably one of the craziest trips I've ever done. Picked up this gentleman from like the VA office, elderly guy, white guy with a mustache, well dressed. Please hit the like button, by the way. So I picked him up and I knew something was wrong from the beginning. I knew something was wrong from the beginning, right? This, but I felt bad for him. This elderly guy went on to talk the whole trip. And he started saying that he was the only living God, that his blood was royal blood, that when he was little, the scientists sold his secrets, AI, he invented AI, they try to steal his blood, all kinds of stuff. I feel bad for this elderly guy, to be honest. I feel so bad for him. That he was I mean, it's so much craziness. I'm sure all got recorded on my camera, but I can't obviously I can't play that for privacy reasons. That would be illegal if I publish that. But it's so sad, man. And you can tell this man he needs, medication. And as a matter of fact, I picked him up from the VA office. And as we get into his house, he was calling Publix to see if Publix had his medication ready. I'm sure the medication was for his mind, but I don't know what that condition would be called. What would be the condition where you're making up stories in your head? You think you're God. Literally, you say you're God and you're the only living God, and that your blood is royal, and that they stole your scientists stole your blood, and all kinds of stuff. Felt really bad for the guy. Uh, and he that he was immortal. He had the secrets to the universe. Ya Allah. It was sad, but it was sad, sad, sad thing. I wonder if that's schizophrenia or something else. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I wonder what he's been diagnosed with. Okay. I wonder if he has family that looks after him. It's, to watch. But here, and this was an hour drive too. Poor, poor guy. May Allah have mercy on him. There's so much, like, so much. I wonder what his condition is called, honestly. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's the day going? Please double tap the screen, hit the like button. They seem to have been to clear up a little bit this in this area. It was dark and ugly earlier, but it's just cleared up a little bit. Alhamdulillah. We have some driving to do back south. Is that an eagle? I think there's an eagle. An eagle flying around here in circles. Poor guy, man. That last guy that I dropped off. Oh, poor guy. The whole ride he was telling me that he was a living God and that they stole his blood when he was little because his blood is royalty and that he should have been the royal family from England stole all his wealth and that Elon Musk stole the idea of AI from him. And just on and on and on and on. No, but this was an elderly guy. This was like I picked him up from like the VA, so you can tell he's not okay in the head. Well dressed, cleaned, um, but you can tell he's and he talked for an hour straight. That was an hour ride. Let him do like 98% of the talking. Or just like, mhm. I don't know what his condition is called, but he's gone. PTSD. Way whatever he has is way more than PTSD. I don't know what his condition would be called when when you are literally fabricating stories over and over and over and over again. And you can tell he believed them. He believes he's a living God. He literally said this. I'm the only living God. All I could say every time he would say this, I would say stuff. That his blood is like can cure everything. His blood, they used to put him in a science lab when he was little and take his blood out. Or, maybe, man, if we were in New York, I could play that conversation. Well, the speech he was giving me, because New York is a one-party consent state, but not in Florida. Can't do that in Florida. But I mean, it's the one of the, if not top three craziest rides I've ever done. But I feel so bad for him. Now I'm not gonna lie, because this was an hour trip. About 2 minutes into the ride, I realized this guy's not okay. Then there was a period where I said, "Hope, I understand he's not okay. I understand he has the condition where he talks and he makes things up, right? And he thinks they're true. But I hope this elderly guy doesn't get like aggressive or anything because I don't want to have to put down an elderly guy, if I get attacked or something." But no, he was just talking, 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 talking. I wonder what that condition is called. Not only talking, one thing is to talk, another thing is to make up things in your mind. Like if I start telling you I'm an eagle and my blood is royal and I am truly believing and I'm telling you I'm an eagle, I'm like eagle, but they transform me into like a part. You right away you can tell. Okay, what's wrong with this guy? So at a certain point, watch this. At a certain point, he told me this was an elderly white guy. At a certain point, when he first came in, he said that his sons were in Saudi Arabia. I said, "Oh, that's interesting." I mean, or it could be, right? And that now here's when I started realizing this guy is not okay. He said he was the father of the Saudi king, MBS, and that he was Muhammad's father too. Astaghfirullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but Muhammad's father. So when he said those two things, I was like, yeah, this gentleman, he's gone. He's gone, gone, gone. But now think about this. This is like a minute and a half into a trip. I look at my screen to look at the map. This is an hour and 5 minute trip. Now I have an hour and 5 minute trip. That clearly is not all there. So you can imagine, I'm thinking, oh, no way. I was already skeptical about doing that ride in the first place before I even got there. Something was telling me cancel it, cancel it, cancel it. So let me just go ahead and do it. And then like a minute and a half when I realized the gentleman is not all there, I'm like, oh man, I knew I should have listened to my God and canceled this, right? This is gonna be a long hour now. Sure. Actually, it didn't feel that long because he would have stopped talking. He would have stopped talking and he would have stopped like creating the stories that were just like, you know. But I felt so bad for him, obviously, because of his condition. What's this? No, it's not what it's doing. That is now worth taking. Poor guy, man. Allah have mercy on him. Oh, the day has definitely shifted. It's sunny and bright out now. It was dark and rainy all day. Welcome to Florida. That's how it is over here. That's how it is over here. All right, what's up, Tyler? What's the day looking like? How you doing, Jesus? How's the day going? Yeah. Could use a little bit of coffee. We are once again on the countryside. We're on the countryside of town. Good, alhamdulillah. Countryside of town. Let's see. Let's try this road here. Let's just turn there. Oh, it's a heck of a turnaround for the day. It went from nasty, dark, rainy to sunny. Still kind of cold. Let me see. Yeah, it's still cold out, but at least the sun came out. They cleared up. All I see is big old trees driving down the countryside. Windshield got a little blurry there. A little blurry. Mhm. Yeah, coffee time. What's going on, 28? Where's that 29? What's going on, 29? What's the day looking like? Everything good? Everything Gucci. Everything Gucci over here. Anybody that has a house here in this area, they have a lot of land with it. It's like you see a little house in the distance, but a giant land all around it. We're almost back into the city. Almost back into the city. Almost back into the city. I don't know enough for what's going on in Iran. I see what I see in the news, but we'll see what happens next. We'll see what happens next. I don't really have an opinion on it. What do you think? And looks like we're back in town now. Sorta. Kinda. Sorta kinda back in town. Mm, less than 2 hours. Maybe like an hour 45 around there. What's going on in your country? I don't know why you keep spamming the same thing, but it's normal behavior. Okay, well, back in town. We're back in town. Yep. Yes, we are. We're back in town. My AirPods ran out of juice.